Welcome to this video, Strategies for Professionals to Increase Home Modification and Assistive Technology Awareness, brought to you by the Administration for Community Living under the Housing and Services Resource Center, in partnership with the University of Southern California Leonard Davis School of Gerontology. Before we begin, it's important to understand the importance of home. A home is more than just a house. It is a place filled with memories, a reflection of who we are and where we spend our daily lives. Home modification and assistive technology are two important strategies that can provide new ways to support individuals living comfortably and safely in their homes at all stages and seasons of their life. This video is designed to equip professionals with a toolbox of strategies to increase awareness of home modification and assistive technology. It will review the what. What are the definitions critical to understanding home modifications and assistive technology? The who. Who may be interested in home modifications and assistive technology? The why. Why is home modification and assistive technology important? The how. How can professionals advise and approach individuals? The where. Where are common problems and solutions in the home? And lastly, the 5 considerations when making recommendations. So what is home modification and assistive technology? You may have heard these terms before. We would like to share their formal definitions with you for the purposes of this video, as well as share some other related concepts. So what is home modification? Home modification refers to making changes to the home environment to make daily living easier, supportive, comfortable, and safe. These changes can range from low cost to more expensive adaptations. Now let's turn to assistive technology, a related concept to home modification. Assistive technology, also referred to as AT, is a piece of equipment or product system with the goal of increasing, maintaining, or improving the functional capabilities of individuals with disabilities. Several concepts related to home modification and AT are important to consider when developing strategies, communicating with consumers and professionals, and pursuing funding. Universal design, sometimes confused with home modification, refers to the design of products and environments that are usable by people of all ages and abilities to the greatest extent possible without the need for adaptation or specialized design. Generally speaking, this concept is applied to the design of a home or AT before they are built or produced. Durable medical equipment, or DME, is equipment that is durable or can withstand repeated use and is used for medical reasons, for example, a walker. As a form of assistive technology, or AT, DME is reimbursable by health insurance with a doctor or other healthcare professional's prescription. Visitability is about designing homes that are accessible to everyone, visitors and residents, no matter their physical abilities. Visitable homes have at least one entrance with 0 steps, 32 inches of clear passage through all interior doors, and at least a half bathroom on the main floor that an assistive device, such as a wheelchair or walker, can enter. Who may be interested in home modification and AT? Well, a supportive home environment with AT can benefit people of all ages and ability. At some point in everyone's lives, they've modified their home for one reason or another, or used devices to meet their needs. These changes are all part of the life cycle to support independence and our preferences. While everyone can benefit from home mod and AT, there are some stages or situations in life where they may be particularly helpful. A person of any age who has a temporary or long-term disability or faces a healthcare challenge may find themselves in need of home modifications or AT. Home modification or AT could be helpful following surgery, an illness, or a fall to maximize independence and recovery. Individuals who want to age in place or stay in their existing house as long as possible may also be interested in modifying their homes or using AT. Most people choose to age in place in familiar surroundings. Modifying the home and using AT can support this choice. Caregivers may also be interested in making home modification or using AT. Caregiving can sometimes involve physical demands. Home modification and AT can make caregiving tasks easier and less stressful physically and emotionally. Families providing care to children with disabilities rely on home modifications and AT to support caregiving. A supportive home environment not only makes caregiving tasks easier, but it also enhances a child's ability to explore and interact with their surroundings. So why are home modification and AT important to health and well-being? Well, there are many benefits to modifying the home and using AT. First, home modification and AT can enhance independence. By modifying homes and using AT to help with activities, managing daily routines independently can become easier. Home modification and AT can also improve quality of life. They might help a person get back to enjoying activities at home that they may have stopped doing because they were too difficult or inaccessible. A very important benefit of home modification and AT is that they can increase safety at home by helping prevent falls, fractures, or other injuries. Another benefit is that they have the potential to reduce expenses associated with home care and supportive services. For example, installing a roll-in shower with grab bars and a shower seat may avoid the need for a paid caregiver. Individuals seeking home modification or AT look to professionals for guidance in what are sometimes difficult, urgent, and overwhelming decisions. How can professionals advise individuals on home modification and AT? It's important to consider effective communication, education, and service strategies. One strategy is to ensure a person-centered approach in which the individual directs the process. Effective and appropriate home modification or AT recommendations include understanding and respecting individual preferences and circumstance. There's no one-size-fits-all, since each home and goal for AT is very personal. Before making recommendations, it is crucial to listen and incorporate the individual's viewpoints about their daily life. This results in recommendations that reflect what the individual truly needs and wants. Another important strategy is to be aware of the perspective and language used when discussing home modification and AT. Instead of focusing on the challenges faced by the individual, convey that most environments are unsupportive and are the problem. This shifts the perspective. Another strategy is to offer a range of home modification and AT solutions. A variety of options and choices with photos helps to address diverse needs and educate the consumer. Also, consider presenting simple solutions to challenges first before considering major recommendations. Let's review some of the most common challenges in the following areas of the home, along with some examples of AT and home modification solutions. The 5 areas of the home that present challenges include access in and out of the home, interior stairs, doorways, bathrooms, and kitchens. Challenge 1. Access in and out of the home can be a common challenge. Many homes and most apartments are built above ground level and have steps leading up to the entrances. These steps can become an obstacle for small children, persons who are frail or have problems with balance or vision, and persons who use wheelchairs, walkers, or canes. Adding supportive features can make it easier for individuals to enter and exit homes. Solutions include handrails, ideally on 2 sides. Marking the stairs to distinguish the edges is helpful in navigating the steps. And ramps that can be temporary and portable or permanently built to blend in with the exterior of the home, like a gradual walkway, can improve access to the home. When a ramp is not possible due to space, an outdoor lift system can be installed. This brings the resident up to the door without the use of stairs. Challenge 2, getting up and down the stairs. Stairs inside the home can be a challenge and present safety concerns. They can be challenging for anyone, especially individuals with increasing frailty. Another challenge is seeing where one stair stops and the next starts, especially if individuals' hands are full, if they're not looking down, or if they have a visual impairment. Some solutions related to improving the safety of inside stairs include marking the end of each step to provide contrast between steps, installing railings on both sides of the stairs to add support, adding lighting to the stairway improves visibility and safety, and installing stair glides, a system involving an electronic chair that takes a user up and down. A third challenge is moving through doorways. Most doorways are not wide enough to accommodate wheelchairs, walkers, canes, or even strollers. Raised thresholds at the bottom of doorways can be a tripping hazard, especially when using assistive devices. And round doorknobs are hard to grasp for persons with limited hand strength. One solution for more easily moving through doorways is to widen the doorway, either by widening the door frame or by installing swing clear hinges, which add 2 to 3 inches to the opening without structural changes. Another solution to improve the ability to move through doorways is removing raised thresholds. Likewise, small threshold ramps may be added to smooth out the flooring surface. Another solution is to install lever-style door handles, which provide ease of use for residents with limited hand strength. Challenge 4, navigating in the bathroom. Wet, slippery surfaces in a small, cramped space can lead to falls and challenges with bathing, toileting, and grooming. Sometimes the toilet height can be too high or too low, which is not only uncomfortable, but can impact balance when getting on and off the toilet. Most showers have a bottom base that has a 3 to 4 inch raised threshold, creating a curb that can obstruct safe and easy entry and exit. Standing for a long time while grooming or while showering can also be tiring and unsafe. There are several helpful home modification and AT solutions for the bathroom. First, grab bars can help prevent falls by helping individuals to steady themselves in slippery conditions. They come in many colors and styles. Choose a color that contrasts with the wall color for the best visibility. It's also very important that grab bars are installed professionally, since they must support full body weight with use. A bath chair helps facilitate easy transfers or avoid standing on wet surfaces, reducing fall risk. A seat at the counter can lessen fatigue. Installing a handheld shower head makes it easier to bring the water to a seated position and also adjust to the user's height. A raised toilet seat decreases the distance required by a user to sit down or stand up, reducing strain on the hips, knees, and back. Some raised toilet seats come with attached handles, eliminating the need for grab bar installation. A useful but major modification is to install a curbless shower, also known as a roll-in shower, providing safe access for all users. This modification can reduce tripping hazards and provide easier access for residents who use assistive devices. Challenge 5, managing in the kitchen. Have you noticed how cupboards can be located too high or too low? And shelving often has deep spaces that are hard to access? Preparing food while standing can become tiresome, and due to limited floor space, accessing countertops may make it less attractive and uncomfortable to prepare meals. Home modification and assistive technology solutions to address kitchen challenges include use a reacher to access non-breakable items. Move frequently used items to the front of cabinets to avoid reaching and bending. Add seating next to the counter for preparing food, or remove cabinets to support sitting under the countertop. Install pull-out cabinets, drawers, or shelves to bring contents closer to the user. When recommending home modifications and assistive technology, it's helpful to consider 5 important questions. First, how long does the resident plan to live in their home? If only short-term, consider recommending less expensive and temporary options. For example, a portable ramp. If they plan to stay in the home as long as possible, installing a roll-in shower or outside lift system may be worth the investment. Second, is the resident a homeowner or a renter? Their status impacts the ease with which they may be able to make changes to the home. Homeowners generally have more freedom to make home modifications, while renters may need to get permission from landlords for some changes. Under a law called the Fair Housing Amendments Act of 1988, landlords of structures with 4 or more units must allow tenants with a disability to make reasonable modifications to their units if there is a disability-related need. Third, what are the personal characteristics of an individual that make them eligible for home modification or AT funding? Eligibility can be impacted by whether someone is a homeowner, renter, or landlord, their military service history, whether they are a family member seeking caregiving assistance, their income level, age, type and/or degree of disability, and their geographic location. Fourth, what is the goal to be addressed with the home modification or AT? Are the recommendations in response to health challenges? Is it a preventative strategy such as fall prevention? Or is it to address a vocational necessity? Establishing an agreed upon goal will ensure the optimal result. A fifth consideration is, what are the local and state resources that will provide home modification and AT solutions? There are many types of providers. We will share some examples and contact information will be listed at the end of the video. First, government-related resources can assist with home modifications and AT. The Administration for Community Living funds agencies focused on serving older adults and people with disabilities. These include Area Agencies on Aging, or AAAs, which are local nonprofits that coordinate and offer services to help older adults remain in their homes, if that is their preference. State Units on Aging, or SUAs, develop state plans that provide assistance to older residents, their families, and adults with physical disabilities. This may include funding for home modifications. The Assistive Technology Act, Technical Assistance and Training Center, or AT3, keeps a list of state AT programs. Centers for Independent Living, or CILs, are local nonprofit agencies for persons with disabilities that may offer loans and grants for home modifications and AT. Second, private non-governmental providers can be a resource for AT and home modifications. For example, nonprofit providers may provide free home modification and repairs for eligible individuals. The Fall Prevention Center of Excellence at the University of Southern California has a state-by-state directory of home modification resources. A certified assistive technology professional is trained in assisting with the selection of appropriate assistive technology. And there are housing and healthcare professionals, such as contractors, remodelers, occupational and physical therapists that have training in home modifications. Be sure to ask about their experience and education. Another helpful resource is the Housing and Services Resource Center. It was launched by the U.S. Departments of Health and Human Services and Housing and Urban Development in 2021 to expand access to affordable, accessible housing and the critical services that make community living possible. Their website has information that could be helpful for your work in home modification and AT. Our home is more than just a physical structure. It's filled with memories, reflects who we are, and it's where we spend our daily lives. Home modification and AT can provide new ways that support living comfortably and safely at home for all stages and seasons of life. We hope this video has provided you with some new strategies on ways to increase home modification and assistive technology awareness. This video was brought to you by the Administration for Community Living, Housing and Services Resource Center, New Additions Consulting Incorporated, and the University of Southern California Leonard Davis School of Gerontology. This slide contains a list of resources mentioned in this video and contact information. Consider pausing the screen to review or write down the information.